Welcome to the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life on a Hump Day Wednesday. I'm Tyler Glen, and as we get catch-up day underway, it's also day one of our Manitoba Summer Fair locally. Yes, the corn dogs are back. The carnival is back. It's all back in a big way. And back is our sunshine. God, where did all the nice weather go? Well, we are going to have some sunshine return likely tomorrow, but looking good for the weekend. Coming up on the show today, nursing home update on the show, on the story that we had yesterday. We had brought to you about the 74-year-old woman that was taken to the nursing home. Out of the nursing home, rather, to a funeral home because she was pronounced dead. She realized she was alive. She has now passed away again, a second time. We're in the midst of doing a double check, triple check, quadruple check. Hey, if you're under 30 years old, you may not be getting good service at your local sit-down restaurant. I'll explain why coming up. Also, some concerning news out of Texas involving a flight from Vancouver to Houston. Maybe you saw this in your news feed. There was a flight that left from Vancouver, went to Houston. Everybody got off. They were sick. They were literally, sick to their stomach, and they had just come back from a cruise. It's got some people concerned this morning. We'll take a deep dive on that. Also, Krispy Kreme Donuts lands in Manitoba. There's an opening date, and we've got it for you in case you want to get some Krispy Kreme in your life. Also, news from WestJet this morning. They are introducing even lower prices in a new tier at WestJet called Ultra Basic Seating. What does ultra basic mean? It means that if you don't mind not wearing a seatbelt, you can be out on the wing. You can you're on the tail for $29. You can sit outside the plane, and it's not that bad. But it's pretty awful, actually. I don't think you can take anything on board. We'll do the rundown for you. And there's a Grey Cup halftime show that's been announced. And likely you already know who that is. We're going to just gauge the reaction from football fans this morning. But first, let's take a look outside on this day one of the Manitoba Summer Fair. Yes, Midway will open this afternoon in our town. It's a giant carnival. Yes, cotton candy, corn dogs. If you have something fun that you ate at the fair, please let me know. Send me a picture. Send me a DM. Love to see what you're eating at the fair, whether that be a giant corn dog or maybe Something that is something new, something that we haven't seen before in our area. That'd be cool. If you are enjoying partaking in the food at this year's fair. Your weather and road update is brought to you by voicemanusa.com. Call 204-730-2333. Your first-class ride from Brandon to Winnipeg is on westmanshuttle.com. The forecast, again, bit of a mixed bag for day one of the fair, but almost ideal for the rest of the week. In fact, it's looking good. We have got sunshine and temperatures pretty much bang on normal for this time of year, which is nice. Finally, we've got 22, 23, 24, and 27. Oh, it just sneaks out of our summer fair forecast Monday, 27th. Still, the elusive 30 degrees has not appeared yet. Day number 294. Since we last had a 30-degree day. Maybe next week. I had somebody on Facebook ask me when I thought that the first 30-degree day might come, and I said, it's probably part of my Father's Day present. Yes, I'm thinking next weekend we'll see our first big 3-0. But we've got cloud to start your day today. And nice double-digit temperatures, though. That's not bad. And here's our air temperature map across North America. Here we go. Doodle-doo-doo. There it is. Across the United States and the country formerly known as Canada. Oh, God. Oh, boy. I'm going to ask you this morning to indulge me. 3 minutes, all of your time. 3 minutes. 1, 2, 3. That's all I need. I have to show you something that the media is not talking about this morning. And yes, it is a little political. I apologize, but it's really who's running your country. It's really important because I feel like when other media are not doing their job, even though I have a limited audience, I know that. I want to share something with you that you're not going to likely see anywhere else. And it has to do, it's Chrystia Freeland. She's the deputy prime minister, and she has to address the fact that we've got people in Ottawa that are working for foreign countries to run our country. And boy, doesn't that sound like it's like Alex Jones conspiracy stuff? It's really happened, and they've admitted that it's happening. And someone in the media yesterday at a press conference says, we need names. We want to know who it is. They need to be booted out of Ottawa. They need to maybe even be arrested. I mean, these are not people who are just being friendly with other countries, shaking hands, kissing babies. These are people who are working actively for other governments, taking money. They all sit there and clap and vote and, have my little bit of influence for other countries. And they know who they are. And the media wanted to, the member of the media asked yesterday, and I'll show it to you. I just need 3 minutes of your time. Just a little bit of mayhem, a little bit of political mayhem this morning. We'll talk a little bit about that coming up in the next little bit. Let's see who we've got in chat that's going to hang out for this kind of nonsense. Who do we got this morning? Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. On Twitch, on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook, on X. Again, careful Xers. Soon to be triple X. Adult content is now allowed coming up later on this morning. If you're on X, I've got some tips for you on how to avoid that. Some people already running into some problems with adult-oriented content on X. This was not the recipe I was looking for. This was not the hot dog I was looking for. Okay, Karen Enns is in this morning along with Tasha and Road Reverend and Zumba Bernice and Quentin and Cheryl and Cindy, all on Twitch. Hey, Paul McCaig is here on Facebook. Haven't seen Paul in a while. How are you, Paul? Good to see you. Kid is here on TikTok. What's good? What's good, kid? What's good? Keith is here too. Good morning. How's it going, Keith Bazin? Thanks for dropping by to say hello. Good morning to you. Joining us on TikTok this morning, Lindy is here too. She is on Twitch. Nick is here. Tyler, you look like the Facebook comments aren't showing again. Oh, I can see yours. I can see yours. Am I not? I'm not streaming on Facebook, or I am streaming on Facebook. NVM. NVM means not very what? NVM means what? What does NVM mean? NVM. OMG. LOL. VD. ASAP. Acronyms. Let's acronyms. Never mind. Yes, I know. Okay, thank you. Sorry, Nick. Yes. Keith says all the way from St. Malo he's watching this morning. Well, good morning, St. Malo. Nice to have you drop on by. Thank you for being here. Janine Fleury-Urbanovich is here on Facebook. Good morning. Nice to see you. Ryan is here on Twitch. Good morning to you. Welcome aboard. Rhonda is here. Hey, Rhonda. She says, good morning. One more week until we reopen Timmy's on 18th Street. Looking amazing. Oh, it's going to be great. And my driveway is also looking great. I even swept it up for the Timmy's trailer when it's done. It's all nice and clean. I've made extra room. I moved all the empty beer bottles out of the way. It's ready to go so I can be number one in the neighborhood. For those that don't know, our Tim Hortons on 18th Street is undergoing some extensive renovations, and the drive-thru, you can still use it, still works the usual way, but they've got a treat trailer where you pick up your stuff as opposed to picking it up at the normal drive-thru window. I got my eyes on the treat trailer when it's done. It's like this trailer that would fit perfectly in my driveway or campsites. I think we're going to just make sure that, the renovations are done, then we'll sneak over there. Hook it up to the trailer hitch. Janine Fleury-Urbanovich, never moaned, never moaned. Good morning, never moaned. Cindy, never mind. Oh, boy, everyone's having typing issues. Oh, they're typing away. Got those fingers. It's okay. TikTok has introduced a new window for me this morning. There's always technology changing back here behind the microphone. As these social media companies battle each other, and they're, X will introduce something, and then Facebook wants to imitate it, and then TikTok is going to do it, and then back and forth, and so they go. So anyway, I'm a little distracted this morning by this window. So if there's a little bit of pausing that's not normally there, I'm just checking this out. It's brand new, and it's kind of hard to explain. Except it's basically like what you would see underneath a topic on Facebook. Except it's exclusive to me being in the studio here, and then I can once again see who's online and say good morning to folks, kind of like we do on our normal chat. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you with those details. Derek is here. Happy Hump Day, Derek, and thanks for joining us on Twitch this morning. It's nice to see you. Cindy says, Tyler, are you going to be serving coffee and treats in your driveway? Wouldn't that be funny? Coffee, yeah. And then it would be, it couldn't last forever. Although I would love to have it forever, it wouldn't last forever. And then I would get knocks on my door at 3 o'clock in the morning. You still got coffee here? How come the trailer's not outside? You know what it's like when you start a garage sale? Or you post a garage sale and it's like, yeah, no early birds. Bing bong. Hey, what time's your garage sale start? Like in an hour. We said no early birds. Oh, Nick says the Timmy's reopening next week trumps everyone else's good thing today. Well, it hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet, so it can't be a GT. We like to start the show with good thing. Yesterday's good thing, and we're going to get to that in just a second. Just want to make sure we're not leaving anybody in the dust here for good mornings. I'm just going to get caught up in chat here. Ryan says, Quentin and I are going to take the tree trailer to the seasonal. Oh, and be the most popular people in the campground. Molly is here on Twitch. Good morning, Molly. Just for the summer, do the show from the truck and my driveway. Yeah. There is no room in there. As fun as that would be, I could do it from outside the truck as long as it didn't rain. Farm Phil on TikTok. Good morning. It's nice to see you, Farm Phil. Thank you for being here. We're having a garage sale next Saturday. Oh, yeah. Can you imagine you could book it for your garage sale? Now, that would be cool. It's a lot of work. Our fantasy Tim's trailer where we would like to have it parked. Yesterday's good thing. We like to start the show with a little bit of positivity. Yesterday's good thing. What happened yesterday that was cool? Could be big, could be small. It feels like nothing at all, but, it's nice to share. You just type in GT and let us know what happened to you yesterday. That was kind of awesome, and it helps us to start the day on a positive note. Had my doctor's appointment yesterday, my 90-day blood pressure check, and everything appears to be A-OK. And we had a Wegovy conversation. Ozempic. Wegovy for the fat boy. Now, it was a conversation is all. Man, that stuff's expensive. And there is a ton of people in our town on it. These drug companies, they're making away with billions of dollars. It's crazy how much money they're making with this thing. It's so popular. By far and away, likely the most popular drug of the last 20 years, notwithstanding the COVID vaccinations, that wasn't really a voluntary purchase, so to speak. Anyway, so it was a nice conversation. My doctor's just so awesome. He's like, take it easy on the salt. I said, sorry, I couldn't hear you. That ringing in my ears from my high blood pressure and too much salt. Sorry, couldn't hear it. Thank you. Bye. Thanks for the check. See you later. Ta-ta for now. What was your good thing from yesterday? What was your good thing? GT. Cheryl says, GT went for my first round of golf yesterday. Nice. Was it super frustrating or was it relaxing? I am hoping it was the latter and not whack. And I hope you enjoyed it and had nice weather. Nick says, GT, I got an email this morning saying that a jersey I ordered, which I wasn't expecting until maybe early July, is apparently coming next week. Oh, the jerseys continue to pile up. Nick's Sports Bar. Doesn't that sound like a great name for a bar? Nick, you need a bar. You need a place to showcase all these jerseys that are coming in. And Nick's Bar, isn't that from The Simpsons? Is it Nick's Bar? That just sounds good. Sounds like a place I'd want to go. Sounds like a place we'd all want to go. Let's go to Nick's Bar. Then you can put your jerseys on display. Mama JS is here on Twitch. Good morning, Mama JS. Cindy says, GT rained here off and on, so nice time for a nap. Oh, it's so relaxing, isn't it? Derek says Simpsons had an episode on Ozempic. They cover everything. Simpsons know about big things happening before they even happen. Heather Howdle is here on Facebook. No emergency calls last night. That's a good thing. Quentin is booked a pedicure. Apparently, my gator feet are wrecking the sheets and scratching the better half. Oh, the life of a rich realtor. I don't even know what a pedicure is, but it's for rich people. God. Vacation properties, pedicures, manicures, luxurious vacations. The life. I mean, Trump was a realtor. Trump was into real estate, and Quentin is the greatest that there ever was, the greatest, the biggest, the most awesome. Well, have fun at your pedicure. Although booking it and getting your pedicure, well, anyway. Ryan says, went to the daughter awards ceremony yesterday and supported her by being there and cheering her on. Great job to all the students involved. Yeah, okay, you want the bell, don't you, Ryan? Ryan's looking for the bell. Congratulations to the daughter awards winners and to all the students. Way to go. Oh, my God. Tosh got like 23,000 steps in yesterday. Way to go, Tosh. Nice. Holy cow. Tosh needs some new shoes. Nick's Man Cave is the name for the bar. Yeah. Nick's Bar. Road Reverend GT ran into a friend hadn't seen in years. She made my day. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, and Trev Webb, Ryan wants you to know I got my tickets for the Bomber game on Thursday, but did you get your tickets to the halftime show? The season hasn't even begun, and the CFL announced yesterday that the Jonas Brothers are going to do the halftime show. The Jonas Brothers. Hello? No winner's bell? Any cheering? Come on. The Jonas Brothers. No? Come on. Okay, listen. AC/DC was booked. The Rolling Stones are in Japan. Aerosmith is not. And Foreigner just played Brandon, so they're not available. Come on. I want to hear some cheering for Brothers Jonas. Ring that bell. Ring that bell. Ryan says, who? Oh, Zuma Bernice says GT NBA Finals are going to be on, and she is excited about that. And, of course, we're all waiting for that Stanley Cup Final to start up on Saturday when the Oilers are back in action, Canada's team. Excited about that. McJesus and the crew going to get back at it this weekend. And so, we hope they do well, and we'll all be cheering. Lots of good things. Hey, thank you so much. Good things. Thanks for the good things, guys. Yesterday's good thing brought to you by Epp Law Office. They are your source for legal information and assistance. If you're buying or selling a house in the Brandon area, please give them a call. They're so friendly, they're so helpful, and they're knowledgeable. They'll make buying or selling a home easy because you want to be enjoying it. You want to have fun. It should be a pleasurable experience, but, dealing with all the paperwork is never a pleasurable experience unless you are enlisting the help from our friends at Epp Law Office. And they don't just do real estate law, they also do estate law, and they do corporate law as well. So if you're looking at incorporating, or somebody that is looking to start a corporation, you're going to need some legal papers filed. You want the friendly and helpful staff at Epp Law Office at 642 18th Street, Unit A, across from the RBC on 18th Street. The official oil change of the Tyler Glen Show is Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC Certified Service Express, where every time you get an oil change, they make a donation to Bear Clan, Helping Hands, and Samaritan House. Receive a multi-point inspection, and they'll show you your filters while you wait. Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC Certified Service Express. They'll make sure that your car is ready for that summer road trip. Fluids are checked. Air pressure checked. Everything is good and ready to go. And, of course, they keep all your information on file for the next time you come, just in case there are some minor concerns, just to keep track of what is happening with your vehicle, to make sure that you stay on top of it so you don't find yourself on the side of the road. Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC Certified Service Express, 1500 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. And Kuiper's Family Bakery, in addition to Ketchup Day, it is Sausage Roll Day today. I plan on celebrating. I'm going to get myself one today, a sausage roll. If you've yet to have one, oh my God, my dad's favorite. I love them. The pizza buns are my favorite. My dad's favorite is the sausage roll. But you know what? When it's that time to celebrate, you got to celebrate. Go get a sausage roll, one of the many delectable delights at Kuiper's Family Bakery. Kuiper's Family Bakery is your family bakery where the art of baking comes alive in every delectable treat they create, from sausage rolls to the pizza buns to the cinnamon buns to the monster cookies to the different kinds of loaves. And, of course, the hot dogs and hamburger buns are to die for. Got to take them out to the campsite with you. From Kuiper's Family Bakery, 1411 First Street, just north of the First and Richmond corner beside Tasties. So, 3 minutes. Can I get this into 3 minutes? God, please forgive me. Indulge me. 3 minutes. Chrystia Freeland asked about the foreign interference yesterday. You'd like to know who's running the country. Listen to this word salad. Here we go. Here's kudos to the Global News reporter who asked the question yesterday. Here she is. Just a couple minutes. This won't take
democracy thrives in sunlight, and you've talked about the attacks on democracy. And it's already been talked about that Canadians have lost confidence in our electoral system and our institutions, in part because of this foreign interference debate. Are you not concerned that by not releasing the names of the MPs who are involved and accused of what this committee is accusing them of?
And what are they accusing them of? Working for foreign governments. These are people who are sitting in Parliament right now on the payroll, potentially, of other governments. And now this government knows the names through the intelligence agencies. They've shared the names of these parliamentarians. What did she say?
That you are further undermining confidence in the system, and why are we affording them that protection?
So let me just start by saying I don't think Canadians have lost confidence in our democracy.
Oh.
Are Canadians concerned by foreign interference in Canada, by efforts to interfere in our democracy? Absolutely. And they should be. And I am too, and our government is as well. The fact that we are having this conversation, the fact that a cross-party committee has done.
So she just goes into a big word salad here, talking about how lucky we are that we had this found. So we found the perpetrators, and we're so lucky.
This work.
Yeah, it's all working, and it just instills confidence. But it's a word salad, just to throw the reporter off. But the reporter does excellent follow-up. Listen. Only one more minute here.
Already, in terms of strengthening our rules against foreign interference and the authorities we have to fight it. And, we are going to keep
blah, 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 blah.
I do also want to emphasize For us all, this is a new and different threat from what Canada has experienced.
Just a nice classic distraction. This is different than anything we face. Yes, because there's people on the payroll sitting in Parliament. We just want the names. Give us the names.
Seized of this
and I don't care what party they're in. I don't care what party.
The rules that are in place when it comes to law enforcement and when it comes to confidentiality of security information.
Ask again.
That's part of
Ask again. Here it comes. Here we go.
Okay, but if we have potentially MPs still sitting in Parliament who this committee says wittingly participated with foreign governments to undermine our elections, does that not undermine Canadian confidence in our Parliament and in our elections?
Let me tell you that
I think Canadians recognize
the Canadians are cheering for the
lucky we are
Oilers.
to be Canadian and how strong our democracy is. I think Canadians are smart and they recognize there is a very real threat. I think in the work of this committee, in the measures, the new and enhanced authorities our government has put in place, I think Canadians see that our government takes this threat seriously.
Okay, she moves on to the next question. I'm going to spare you the rest of that. Quentin asks, is this new? It is new. This is new. This is less than 48 hours old. And because we live in a very heavily media-controlled environment, let me tell you, somebody who has been in the media, most of his career, that's the only thing I ever did. It was very strictly controlled when I was in it. It's even more controlled now. And there's money coming from the government into every media organization in this country. No one is talking about this. And so I'm thinking in question period yesterday, Pierre Poilievre is going to stand up and he's going to give it to them. He's going to rip them. Nothing. It was like, and I'm like, we need names. Who are these people working for foreign governments? Oh my God. It's crazy. No one's talking about it. So anyway, I promised 3 minutes. My 3 minutes is up. I wanted to kind of drop that to you and let you know that, look, this is going on. I don't know who's running the country. I mean, it's not every parliamentarian. It's several, which by definition, a couple is two. Several could be as low as three. And Jagmeet Singh of the NDP in his press conference said yesterday that we should give the names and then those people should be asked to leave. I believe they should be asked to leave and they should be arrested. You should not be in any kind of powerful position in government and work for another government. That should be illegal. Am I out to lunch? I don't know. I'm past my 3 minutes. I don't want to get in. We got to still get back into the food and fun places. But that was a little bit of Ottawa mayhem to share with you, just because no one else is sharing it. And I couldn't believe it when she says we're not going to share the names. It's crazy. Anyway, Cheryl says she makes my blood pressure boil. Sorry. We're going to talk about ketchup. You know what? Okay, let's all breathe. Let's transition here for a second. We're going to transition to the beach. We're going to take you to Spain. How about that? We're going to go to Spain. I've got my Sunseeker beach song ready to go. Oh, everybody's favorite beach song. Are you ready? Yeah, this is a good one. We're going to go to Spain. This is a gorgeous beach. Beach break. Come on. Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
From dusk till dawn, I'm gonna ride this beat with the sun shining bright, no clouds in the sky. It's a perfect day, gonna reach for the high. Sunseekers unite, let the good vibes flow. There's a party going on, it's time to let go. No matter what goes down, we'll be feeling alright. Ain't nothing gonna stop us, we'll shine so bright. We're dancing by the sea, feeling wild and free. The warmth on our skin, pure ecstasy. We're chasing dreams, we're living for the thrill. Every moment we seize, gotta love how we feel. dawn, I'm gonna ride this beat with the sun shining bright. No clouds in the sky, it's a perfect day. Gonna reach for the high. Sunseekers unite, let the good vibes flow. There's a party going on, it's time to let go. No matter what goes down, we'll be feeling alright. Ain't nothing gonna stop us, we'll shine so bright.
Nothing's going to stop the Sunseekers and their quest for the beach and their quest for this sun. Thank you for being a Sunseeker with us. Ryan has attached his Amazon Prime account to his Twitch account, and it has regrettably expired. Now, there's something to keep in mind is you do have to hit resubscribe. Now, it is a free subscription. It is included with your Amazon Prime subscription. But your friend Ty gets $2. It just means cha-ching, bada bing, Ryan. As soon as you hit that subscribe button again, I get rich. Kinda, sorta. It's $2. So really, it's like 10 Canadian. So thank you so much for doing that. Cha-ching, bada bing. Yes, indeed. Dana Locks. Oh, my God. Dana Locks is in the house. Nice to see. Oh, here comes some bits. Lindy's throwing bits. Thanks, Lindy. Hey, let's take a look at your weather and roads this morning. A little bit gray for the start of the Manitoba Summer Fair, but it is going to be gorgeous. Do not fret. In fact, this will be your day to get the shortest lineup, okay? Because lineups are going to be nice and short when it's cloudy, cooler, and a little bit rainy. We're not seeing much on the radar, kids. The radar is looking pretty good. Not much green on there. So I think this occasional shower stuff they're talking about may not develop, actually. So we'll see a mix of sun and cloud today, and still breezy. That wind has been a problem for a couple of weeks now. High of 17 degrees. But listen, Linda. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Pick your day to go to the fair. Holy man, it's going to be perfect. High pressure's coming in. The fair folks have got to be excited about this. The weather just couldn't be any better. Temperatures between 20 and 25 degrees basically right through the rest of the weekend. Your weather and road update brought to you by voicemanusa.com. Your first-class ride from Brandon to Winnipeg is on voicemanusa.com. Call 204-730-2333. Taking a look at your air temperature map across the continent, here's how things are looking this morning across North America. And a little bit breezy from the west. That wind. Hey, Alexander, how's it going? Doodle-doo-doodle-doo-doo-doo. Who else do we got? There's something. Oh, cha-ching, Dana Locks. How are you going to get to Lobsterfest with that salary? Well, thankfully, I've got sponsors that you see on your screen there. There's Leon's right there. I can't do it without the sponsors. Elkhorn Resort, Clarkson Nordic Spa. Hey, it's ketchup day today. Do you like ketchup on your stuff? Of course you do. Everyone loves ketchup. Did you know ketchup got its origins in Southeast Asia? And ketchup actually started as fish guts. Fish guts. Yeah, once upon a time, they said, this food isn't tasty enough, and we keep throwing these fish guts out every time we catch fish from the ocean. Why don't we do something with the fish guts? And so they threw them in a jar, and they let them sit in the sun. Fish guts on their own are gross. I'm not making this up. They let them sit in the sun, and then it fermented and soured, and it created, and then they mixed it up, and it created a paste, and then they put it on their food, and the people rejoiced. Everybody loved it. So how did it go from fish guts to tomato ketchup? Well, thankfully, in 90 seconds, I've got that story for you.
First recorded recipe for ketchup comes from China. And for more than 1,000 years, it wasn't even made with tomatoes.
Oh, see?
It was made with fish guts.
Fish guts. Yes, the history of ketchup in 90 seconds or less. Here we go, from fish guts to what you have on your
Fish
table.
intestines, bladder,
this is
and
kind of
stomach,
gross. Sorry
all
about
mixed
that.
together with salt. Then sealed and heated in the hot summer sun for 20 days. That was the original ketchup,
fish
a
guts.
fermented fish paste that dates back to 6th century China. It was popular throughout Southeast Asia.
You will never look at
and
ketchup the
British
same
and Dutch
way again,
settlers who arrived in
will
the
you?
1600s loved the stuff. Over time, they brought ketchup home to Europe and added their own modifications.
And would you believe in North
including
America
beer,
it started as fish guts
mushrooms,
too?
walnuts, oysters, strawberries, and peaches. By the mid-1700s, English ketchup was a mainstay on British dinner tables, and as colonists
it's
went west,
so gross.
it soon made its way across the pond. That's where tomatoes come in. They're native to the Americas, and it's rumored Europeans once believed they were poisonous. But poisonous
No,
they were
tomatoes
not.
are beautiful.
In 1812, a Philadelphia horticulturalist and scientist by the name of James Meese
Thank you,
introduced
Mr. Meese.
tomatoes
Otherwise,
into
we'd
the
be
mix.
eating fish
He
guts.
published a tomato ketchup recipe that was the beginning of a new crimson era. From there, many different iterations were concocted, and by the end of the 18th century, the New York Tribune called tomato ketchup America's national condiment that was on every table in the land.
Yay.
Which brings us back to this. Tomato ketchup is here to stay. And
Nice,
I, for
thank
one,
you.
don't miss the fish guts.
I wouldn't either. So Philadelphia is where the birthplace of ketchup. Thank you so much for that, and thank God it was moved to tomatoes. Otherwise, you'd be having fish guts on your French fries. Oh yeah, pass the fish guts, please. That's gross. But when it comes to ketchup or mustard on your hot dog, I'm not a big ketchup person, actually. I prefer the mustard. I like it a little strong. Cindy's not a fan of ketchup either. What, says Molly? Yeah, fish guts. Ketchup day. It's ketchup day. And what do you got to have on? What do you got to put ketchup on? Bar none. What is the food that you just can't really enjoy without ketchup? And I am not a super big ketchup fan, but when it comes to grilled cheese sandwiches, if you and I are going to sit down and have a grilled cheese sandwich, I can't eat it without ketchup. This is not going to happen. And if the restaurant says, sorry, we don't have ketchup, I have to get up and leave. It's one of the only foods that I have to have it. I have to have it. I can't have my grilled cheese sandwich without ketchup. Tasha's puking over the fish guts. Cindy's not a fan of ketchup. Tasha... Derek's like, bleh. Dana says, remember when we had purple ketchup? I think it was still made with tomatoes, though. That was a cool marketing gimmick, though. Derek says, tomatoes are good unless you're worried about consuming lectins. And are they a fruit or are they a vegetable? Does it really matter? Dana has to have ketchup on her eggs. Ryan says fries. Oh, don't tell my doctor. I don't have ketchup on my fries, but I put this on my fries. Shh. I don't think my doctor's watching or listening. Seasoned salt. Like it, so much so that it gets kind of crunchy. I know I'm bad. That's why I have high blood pressure pills. It's an addiction, I'm sorry. Ryan says, I'm telling. Don't do it. Don't. Grilled cheese, Dana says. Oh, you gotta have ketchup on grilled cheese, especially if it's cut diagonally and you dip it in a big pool of ketchup. Zumba Bernice says fries. Gotta have ketchup on fries. Oh, Lindy comes in with a liver and onions. Okay, there are two things that I can't eat without ketchup. I am not a big fan of liver and onions. My grandfather was a big fan of liver and onions. But if we're going to do the whole liver and onions, and it's your treat, and we're going out, and I can't say, you know what, you were treating, and I don't want to offend you. So I'm going to eat the liver and onions you bought, and food's expensive. I need ketchup. Ketchup, please. I need some ketchup. Because liver's just got that, and it actually tastes good. Liver, onions, ketchup. It's just a good mix. Tasha says gravy and ketchup is good. And Dana would second that because she throws it into her poutine. Michelle says, my dad puts ketchup on cabbage rolls, and it drives my mom nuts. Well, it's to spice it up a little bit. You know what he could do, or you know what mom could do? A couple of tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in the tomato soup before she puts it on the cabbage rolls. That'll quit him from doing that. Because that's what he's looking for. He's looking for that punch. Because I'll tell you, I've been known to do it. In fact, My wife and my mother-in-law make this dish called goulash. Really, all it is cabbage rolls with hamburger, but there's no cabbage. So it's just like rice floating around with hamburger, and there's some onions, and it's pretty much got the same ingredients as cabbage rolls, except they're not wrapped in anything. It's goulash, and I smother that in ketchup. I get it. It's delicious. Delicious. Cindy says scrambled eggs. Molly says, Tyler, can you put the video on your website of the ketchup? Yes, I will definitely put that on my website for later this morning with the show notes. Thanks for asking, Molly. And I try to do that. I try to do that as much as possible. And if I don't, just send me a DM and say, hey, we were talking about XYZ today. Can you put that video on your website? Easy for me to do. I try to do that every day. So when we're talking about stuff, it's a 2-hour show, and I realize that people can't hang around for the entire 2 hours. So what I try to do is, whether it be in the podcast that's 40 minutes or on the website, the stuff that we talk about, I try to put it in what they call show notes. It's under the news headlines that are your news tickers. So I will do that, Molly. Are you going to share that with some friends? Hey, you're just going to say, hey, you're eating fish guts. You're eating fish guts. Michelle says, these are plain cabbage rolls only. He doesn't like tomato soup on them. But then he's throwing ketchup on them? That's weird. Maybe he's just a closet cabbage roller. You know, that you don't like tomato soup, but you'll take the ketchup. I think that if you tried them, even a small batch, like just try a very, very small batch and tell them that it's a Tyler experiment, that you're going to put the tomato soup on there, but a little bit of apple cider vinegar, and I bet you he loves it. He's looking for the vinegar. I know what that's like. I'm a little bit of a vinegar addict, too. That's why I love my pickled eggs and strong dill pickles, pickled beans. Ryan says, goulash. Zumba Bernice, lazy hulipchi, so good. Ryan says, be the talk of the office today, that's for sure. Ketchup. Andrea likes cabbage rolls and meatloaf. Oh, there's a third one. God, maybe there is more than one for me. Meatloaf, too. A good meatloaf smothered in ketchup on top. Oh, my God. Lori says that I put ketchup in my chicken soup. Lori, why don't you just have tomato soup with some noodles and chicken stock in it? She's kind of mixing up her soups a little bit. Janine says, beside my hot dog. She likes to dip the hot dog. Janine Flurry of Urbanowicz. Mary says, bacon, sausages, eggs, hamburgers, hot dogs, meatloafs, fries. She's putting it on everything. Bonnie says fish and chips has got to be smothered in ketchup. Oh, but if it's really good, like those Gimli fish and chips, I can't do it. Now, maybe the seasoning salt on the chips, but that Gimli fish, no way. It's not. That Gimli fish is not even getting tartar sauce. It's so good. Sometimes when you're having food like that and it's so good, you don't want to wreck it. And if you're not from the area, Google Gimli, Manitoba. It's on the coast of a giant lake. It's called Lake Winnipeg. It could be a Great Lake. It's that big. And the fish that come out of there are friggin' tastiest things. I mean, we don't live by the ocean here, but I'll tell you, if you're going to have a silver medal, it's a good silver medal. Gimli, love you. They do a terrible job marketing. Terrible. Got to get the word out on Gimli. It's a little secret. Go there and eat fish. Oh, God, it's so good. Dana says, this is making me hungry this morning. It's been a while. It's the show about food and fun places in the mayhem of life. We just we deliver what we promise, Dana. Food is optional. We like to talk a bit about food. We are going to talk about travel, though, and WestJet has got a new, cheaper option to fly. You heard it here first, because this just got rolled out yesterday. It's called WestJet Ultra Basic Pricing. You don't get to use the bathroom. You don't even sit in the airplane. You sit on the wing. But, nah, you don't. Almost, though. Almost. We'll roll out those details with you in just a second. Back to ketchup here for a sec. Some more stuff, weird things that you're putting your ketchup on. Not too wild. Chicken soup would probably be the most out there right now. Oh, except for Roger. Roger chimes in this morning and says, ketchup, bleh, I hardly put it on anything. Really? Now, unless you're diabetic, and I think we do have some diabetic sun seekers, sugar and ketchup, there's a lot of sugar in ketchup. I always try to buy the low sugar to no sugar ketchup if I can get it. And apparently you can make your own ketchup. Who knew? Angie says, KD, smothered in KD. I actually take my seasoned salt on KD. Try that on KD too. Lori's seasoned salt, raising high blood pressure since 1924. Oh, happy ketchup day. Pickled herring is disgusting. Oh, it's my mom's favorite, Molly. In fact, went and had coffee with her on the weekend. And what did she send me home with? A Tupperware container. It was a sour cream container filled with pickled herring. And I have to tell you, I love it. I do. I'm sorry. It's disgusting. I know. Many disgusting things I enjoy. But it's the vinegar. It's all about the vinegar. It's all about that. Ooh, what was that? Oh, that's some strong vinegar going on right. That's why apple cider vinegar, you got to have that in your pantry. You add that to sauces. It doesn't need much, like tablespoon. If you got a big sauce, lots of sauce, teaspoon if it's very little. It'll just zip it right up. And because it's apple cider vinegar, it's got a bit of a fruity hint to it. And there's no sugar in it. And it gives it a good, which is what you need when you're eating. A good, Lindy says, I add ketchup when I make homemade beef gravy. And Cindy says, ketchup on head cheese. Oh, that'd be a wild look right there. That's not something that you want to be watching, hey? Somebody scarfing down head cheese with a whole pile of ketchup on it. Wow. Happy Ketchup Day today, guys. Enjoy some ketchup on your stuff. And enjoy your ketchup. Krispy Kreme Donuts is going to be opening in Manitoba. We got an opening date that's coming up in just a second. First, another sponsor mention. Our sponsors include Skydancer Casino, 88 minutes south of Brandon in Belcourt, North Dakota. They've got another carnival. If you don't get enough corn dogs this week at our summer fair, they have got a carnival coming to the Skydancer Casino July the 3rd. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be set up in the parking lot at the Skydancer Casino. It's going to be there for almost a week. They're going to have special pricing on wristbands and all-you-can-ride type of stuff. And it's going to be quite the family fun weekend down there. Of course, they've got that big water park, the new water park they just built, Turtle Island Adventure Park Water Park with the retractable roof, the roof that opens up, which will probably be tomorrow. As soon as the sun is out and the weather is warm, they open that roof up, and you've got an indoor water park that instantly becomes an outdoor water park. They got a great hotel there. Go to the website at skydancercasino.com. Take a look at the beautiful tower rooms they've got there. They're renovating the lodge side right now. So that it is a ways away from the tower side, but the lodge side is the older side of the resort. And so they're doing a complete upgrade there. And so you're going to want to be in the tower side. And that is the newly renovated, newly constructed side of the Skydancer Casino. So new water park, the new hotel. They've got a new trampoline park, and, of course, the Midway coming. And they've got some big acts coming with Hunter Hayes and Nelly coming in August, too, at skydancercasino.com. Follow them on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Again, in Belcourt, North Dakota. Auto Fashion. Get dad some auto detailing at Auto Fashion for Father's Day, or get his car or truck all cleaned up, or maybe get it protected if his car or truck is another one of dad's unnamed children, you may want to take your vehicle to Auto Fashion. They are the vehicle protection experts. They're also SGI and MPI accredited. If you ever suffer any hail damage, please remember our friends at Auto Fashion. You'll find them at 255 17th Street North behind Lee's Buffet next to the car wash. Ask about courtesy cars, too. They'll take care of you at Auto Fashion. And the Elkhorn Resort Clarso Nordic Spa, they have got some open dates for the hotel and spa special just announced. $299, the June spa and stay special. I repeat, $299. This will get you a stay in the hotel and spa passes, but the dates are June 6th, 9th, 11th, 13th, 16th, 17th, 18th. They're select dates. They're mainly during the week, but they have some open dates in June for you to take advantage of the $299 hotel stay and Clarso Nordic Spa special. Huge value, but you better get a jump on this because they just posted this yesterday. Go to their Facebook page, Elkhorn Resort Spa and Conference Center. It is the June Spa and Hotel special, just $299 at Elkhorn Resort and Clarso Nordic Spa. WestJet has announced a new ultra-low fare. It is called Ultra Basic. What does that mean, and how much cheaper is it going to be? As of yesterday, this just rolled out. I'll show it to you here. Ultra Basic. And this is the only airline that flies out of our town, by the way, which is why it's big news for us here. As of June the 4th, WestJet has introduced its new fare offering known as Ultra Basic, which replaces basic fares. The airline claims that Ultra Basic fares will result in price reductions across domestic and transporter routes. So what does that mean? What are the restrictions that you can expect on WestJet Ultra Basic fares? No full-size carry-on, but rather only a personal item that can be stored under the seat. So you got a purse, you got a laptop bag, you got a grocery bag that you can store your stuff in. That's about it. That's all you can take. So this will be good for commuters or people who have another residence somewhere. Like if you live in Brandon and say the wife's working in Calgary, there's some people that have that going on. You can have a bunch of clothes stashed at her place, and you don't really need to take any clothes. Other than that, though, I don't know how you would really do that without packing absolutely anything, unless you can pack maybe one outfit in your purse, I guess. Plus, it's a pre-assigned seat at the back of the airplane, often in the middle. You will be the last person to board the airplane. There are no ticket changes, and there are no cancellations on this ticket. And there's no rewards in WestJet's loyalty program. So basically, you're sitting at the back by the bathroom, that beautiful smell of the bathroom. And of course, it's quite quiet back there because, no, not really. Okay, so do they have a comparison here? There's economy. Passengers on Ultra Basic fare still have the option to add checked bags or seat selection, but you'll have to pay additional fees. Oh, okay, so there's the example. I'm not sure where this person is flying to, but you've got Econo Flex at $394, then Econo is $331. So you could save over $100 on a $400 flight. So if you see a flight that is normally on WestJet, and that would probably be our Calgary, that'd be our Calgary flight. Our Calgary flight, I would say on average runs around $390. And so you can probably get it for $100 less if you don't take your bag. Can someone explain how when your checked bag is too heavy, you're expected to move things to your carry-on just to put it all on the same plane? I'm not sure I understand the question. Someone explain how when your checked bag is too heavy. Right. Okay, so they've told you that you can't. Well, you can take it on the plane, you're just going to pay more. People move stuff because they don't want to pay the extra fee. Oh, they'll let you take it on. The thing is that, you know, if you're in line at the check-in and they say this bag's too heavy. Okay. It's going to cost you $150 extra to take this bag on. I had that happen with some people who put wet bathing suits in, but it's all still going on the same plane. Has to do with the gas, right? It's going to cost them more to keep that plane in the air, and that's why they charge you. But it's going on the same plane. True. But if you have room, most people, like I'm thinking of my wife. Let's use my wife as an example. Because she packs her carry-on so tight and so much full of stuff, we're literally on the hook for the extra cash. That is the goal of the airline, is to get extra cash out of you so that they can take that extra money and put it to gas that they say is needed for the extra weight. However, some people do get creative. I've seen this where what they'll do is they'll go to their carry-on and then they'll throw things out to make room. So these souvenirs that I got for free at the bar, they come out. The souvenirs, the pamphlets they come out. They get tossed in the trash. That makes up the room. Now, it doesn't make the bag any lighter, but it doesn't really matter. It is one of those, that's just how it works. Quentin wants to know, what if I identify as weighing an extra 100 pounds? Well, they'll charge you. You can try that. Please record it as they charge you. Have your Visa or credit card ready because they will charge you. It's all about the gas. And some airlines are charging like surcharges on top of the extra fees. Oh, they don't like. Yeah, it's a crazy, crazy time to travel, I'll tell you. They're trying to make it cheaper, but at the same time, if you start adding things on or get a little heavy in the luggage department, they're going to nail you. They're going to give it a whirl. Take your Visa or MasterCard. Maybe American Express they'll accept too. I don't know. What I like is that Allegiant Airlines, for football fans, has added some special football flights. This is very cool. I know we don't have a whole bunch of football fans, especially NFL fans on the show. But Allegiant, that flies out of Minot, Grand Forks, Bismarck, and Fargo, has added football-specific flights. What this means is that they leave the airport on a Friday and they come back on a Monday. So you get the weekend in that town and you get to see the football game on Sunday. I'm excited about this as a Vikings fan. They put Fargo and Nashville in here. This would be a great guys' weekend in Nashville, November 16th to 18th. They play the Tennessee Titans. The Vikings visit Tennessee, and you could go on the cheap from Fargo. That's November 16th, 17th, and 18th. You can bet there'll be a lot of Winnipeg football fans on that flight. And then they've added some other flights for football fans. Kansas City, Phoenix, and Akron, Ohio, and Appleton. And that's really cool that they're able to fly in on a Friday. I have gone on Delta Airlines website and tried to do it out of Winnipeg, where I come in on a Sunday morning early and then take in the football game and fly home that night. It is possible. It is possible to do that if a person wanted to go to a football game or just go for the day and shop in Minneapolis. But it's going to cost you about $1,500. But people spend their money on weirder things. $1,500 to go down to Minneapolis, check things out, and then come home again. It is possible. Anyway, we have to say farewell to our friends on TikTok and Facebook and YouTube. Thanks for being here, you guys. We got to move things over to Twitch for hour 2 of the show, including an update on our senior citizen taken out of the nursing home to the funeral home and pronounced dead. But she was alive. Now things have taken a turn. We've got an update on that for you coming up on the show. Also, still to come, the latest on the Vancouver to Houston investigation. Everyone on that plane got sick after being on a cruise. What happened there? And Krispy Kreme donuts is in Manitoba. They have landed, and we have got the details on that coming up. But first, we're going back to the beach after we say goodbye to our friends on TikTok. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here, TikTokers. Catch you tomorrow at 7 o'clock. We're moving the party over to Twitch. Keith says, ketchup on pizza pops. Ketchup on pizza pops. Ugh, how could you do that to my beloved pizza pops? Are you kidding me? We have to say goodbye to our friends on YouTube and X. Thank you so much for being here. We're moving the party over to Twitch. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye for now. See you later, X.